Hey friends, Steve Guttenberg here, and I am the Audiophiliac, and I'm here in Union Square Park on my way to visit Stereo Exchange. Now, Stereo Exchange, this is their new location, that's why I'm coming here. They've been in business here in New York for over 40 years. And they have some great lines. They have Bowers and Wilkins, and Sonus Faber, and Macintosh, and VPI, and Musical, Rose Audio, Totem Acoustic, lots of good stuff. And I'm going to give you the complete tour. Before I do, I just want to show you that directly behind me is an iconic building where, it's not, the building isn't iconic, but that's where Andy Warhol's factory was. That's where most of his iconic art was made, in this building right behind me. It's the one right off the corner, the second to the tallest building. That's where Andy's art was created in the 60s and 70s. Anyway, so much around here that's super interesting. But right now, the most interesting thing I'm looking forward to is seeing the new Stereo Exchange. So here we go. I'm here with Evan at Stereo Exchange. It just opened just days ago, right, Evan?
Yes, it did. It was a couple of weeks of a complex transition and, of course, construction. I designed this room, had Vicoustic design the acoustical treatment. We're real happy with it. It was a process, but we're pretty thrilled. Yeah.
It's a great sounding room.
Thanks.
Right away. You can just talking in this room, you know it sounds good.
Yeah, it's supernatural. It's not anechoic. It's just right. You know, you can enjoy music in this space. It's terrific. Yeah.
All right, let's take a little stroll.
All right.
Oh, and B&W and Sonus Faber. Now, Dave Wasserman, the owner of the store, he's had these lines forever, right?
B&W in particular. Sonus Faber, it wasn't always a critical line for us, but certainly has been for the last half dozen years.
It's so beautiful. Do they still make them in Italy?
All Sonus Faber speakers are handmade in Italy. I had the pleasure of going to Vicenza to see the process. It's real artisan craftsmanship, which is fantastic.
DCS.
DCS is a relatively new line for us. Best DACs in the world. Unparalleled customer support in terms of free software upgrades and hardware upgrades at a very reasonable price when they do make them. It's just a fantastic investment.
Okay, and Macintosh. Well, actually, let's just jump down to Moon. We'll get to the Macintosh in a second.
That's the new North collection. Really innovative. That's a streaming DAC preamp with a great phono stage in it. Any analog source goes in, always remains analog. But it's also got a fantastic streamer, a fantastic DAC. You can change the phono loading right from the front panel. It's a really exciting product.
And, let's do the turntable first.
That's the VPI Classic Signature from New Jersey. Beautiful New Jersey, as we all know.
Garden State.
The Garden State, that's correct. That's where I live. This has been a really nice recent re-edition for us. We had been a VPI dealer for some time, and then briefly got distracted and didn't have too many demos. And then with the addition of Bob Herman, formerly of Lyric, we've really reinvigorated our B&W business, and clients love them.
Yeah, and Mac.
Yep, that's one of our preferred combinations, the C2700 2 preamplifier with the MC462 450 watt per channel solid state amplifier. It's got a great phono stage. It's got a DAC actually with ARC if you wanted to put your TV through it for a stereo sound experience, and a real special match with B&W speakers. Something about the autoformers in those larger Mac amps and the B&W speakers just really sing.
This is a phono stage from Moon?
Yes, this is the 610 LP, their next to highest pure analog standalone phono stage. It's dead quiet, very musical, and pairs well with a lot of different preamps, including a lot of tube preamps. So you'll see the Audio Research Ref 6 SE below it, and we've had real success with this combination.
Right. And the Moon below it?
Yeah, that's the 860A V2. That's a power doubling through 2 ohms, fantastic solid state power amplifier. It's designed to work with a tube or solid state preamplifier. Has the option to put a filter cap in. with just a switch on the back. And then, of course, that's the Audio Research Reference 160S, the stereo version on the bottom shelf. Some people don't want to have a tube power amplifier for the extra maintenance required, but they want tube sound, so we'll pair the Audio Research with the Moon. And then for people who are willing to do anything for that last little bit of sweetness, we'll do the ARC with the ARC. That's shown in the black finish with the ghost meters where you can see into the amplifier. It's really quite beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cool. And this turntable, wow, I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah, this is an EAT Fortissimo. It's an 85-pound platter. Takes 2 motors to drive it. We love this product. There's different versions of it with slightly smaller platters, a single chassis instead of 2 chassis. There's a couple of different arm options, but it's a winner. This is the Macintosh C12000 2 chassis preamplifier. It's an unusual piece as you have a choice of using solid state outputs or tube outputs on it. 2 different sets of jacks in the back. We prefer the tube. Terrific phono section in it, no DAC or anything like that. It's a pure analog piece. And then those are the MC 1.25 kW monoblock amplifiers below it. Those are 1,250 watts a channel, and as you can imagine, drive most anything you'd hook up to them. And,
I hope so.
And just and it's a really musical product.
And here?
This is our top digital stack from DCS. This is the DCS Rossini stack. That is a CD and SACD transport on top. The streaming DAC is in the middle, and then the master clock is the bottom piece.
Wow. And this speaker, wow, I have never seen this Sonus Faber before. What's this one called?
This is a special version of the Il Cremonese called the Il Cremonese Extreme, or to be literal, EX3ME. It has a very special beryllium tweeter in it that they developed for the 30th anniversary. An improved crossover over the standard Il Cremonese, and lighter, faster, stiffer, low-frequency drivers on the back side. I think it's a huge improvement over the standard model, and while maintaining the musicality, it just has all the speed, and it's really great. We love it.
So tell me about this Macintosh. This looks more intense. Is that a good word to describe it?
Yeah, I think in terms of the design and all the things that they've put into this, it is ambitious and intense, and it's been a huge success. This is the only integrated amplifier that they make that combines a tube preamplifier with their autoformer technology, which is their reference or signature technology on their solid state amps. Also has the DAC card if you want to connect digital products or get the ARC input for a TV. But this is super musical. It's been a terrific performer. Can drive most anything. It's 325 watts a channel, and it's really quite lovely. It's been a great solution for people who don't want too many boxes.
You guys like turntables?
We do. We have a lot. That's a Rega Planar 8. Rega is one of our featured brands, especially for value. The design on this one is super low mass, super low resonance. You see the speed controller on the side. It almost looks like the table itself almost looks like a deconstructed skeleton. And it's really, really musical.
And this music hall turntable. I
Yeah,
have never seen this before.
That's a super value too. It's a bit of a sleeper in their line in that it's one of the very few direct drive products that they make.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I think Herb Reichert reviewed this, or somebody from Stereophile.
Could be. It's got an auto stop feature at the end, which clients seem to like an awful lot.
Oh, yeah.
It comes complete with a 2M Blue and ready to play music, quick setup. It's got a good significant amount of mass. Nice table. These two Moon pieces are interesting. That's the 390 and the 330A, and you could argue that they're the first products that Moon did that now represent what the North Collection streaming preamp amp combos are. This has got a terrific MQA high-res streamer built into a preamp with a nice phono stage in it, and an amplifier that doubles down to 2 ohms again in a compact format. Terrific for New York City. Drives nearly any speaker that you can put on it, and we love it.
And this light show over here.
Yes, that's the piece on top is the Hi-Fi Rose RS-150. That's a product made in South Korea. It's a really great streamer with an excellent app, and they also have some video products that you can sync and stream simultaneously so that you can watch a classical music performance on their YouTube associated channel that will go along with your music. It's really quite good. Below that's the Max 7200 receiver. That's a famous piece. It actually has a really good tuner in it. It comes with the unusual, actually mostly works AM tuner module, which you don't see a lot. And the display on the Hi-Fi Rose piece can be configured. There's a million different choices here. You'll see different meter colors, different meter designs to match different types of products that you may have. It's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people love that. These are Totem speakers. I go way back with Vince, but what are these two?
The one on the left is the Tribe Tower. That's a breakthrough product. It can work essentially right up against the wall, takes up no space, can fill a huge room. It has his Torrent driver technology in it, where the woofers there are custom made for him, as is easily identified by the Totem stamp on the corner. And there's no crossover element on either of those woofers.
Those run full range.
Yep, those run full range, and this is a real feat of engineering. This is his latest release. This is the Totem Bison Monitor. Now, while that doesn't employ the element technology of the full range woofer, these are huge upgrades over the predecessors, the Sky Tower, and similar, and we've done very well with it. It's about half the price of the Tribe Tower, so for other users who may want to invest a little less, it's a great New York solution. There's also a bookshelf version and then a double woofer version of this that are also available.
So Evan, we're finishing up. I just want to clarify something. So the store is by appointment only?
Well, it's a friendly by appointment
Okay.
store. Does that make any sense? So we take great pride in preparing specific demos for everybody, and that takes time. We're going to have to move several things. So we really prefer at least a phone call to qualify what somebody really might be interested in. And then they make an appointment, and when they show up, it's all ready to go for them, and they don't have to wait around while people are doing all that stuff. And frankly, with the more careful setup, you get a more relaxed, more effective demo and effective use of everybody's time. So we do prefer it. If nobody's in the showroom, you're certainly welcome to pop up. You can use the entry system downstairs or just call the number. And if we're not occupied, we're happy to have you up and show you around and maybe gather some information to set up for a future demo.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
No, my pleasure. Nice to see you, Steve.
All right. Bye.